And once I had both, honestly, I knew exactly which one was going to fit in my life best. What's up guys, I'm Brad, and today we're going to be talking about the differences in a debit card versus a credit card, how they work, and which one will fit best into your lifestyle. If you're anything like me, I used to think that a debit card and a credit card were, quite frankly, the same thing. I knew that they were plastic cards, or metal if you're rich like that, but they're just cards you swipe at the counter and then you move along with your purchase. But there are some fundamental differences between a credit card and a debit card. To outline what a debit card is a card that's given to you by your bank, usually the bank that you have a checking or savings account with, and that card is a direct line to that account. Let's say that you currently have $50 in your account. Now I know that's a lot, but you've got $50 saved up, and you go to the store and you want to buy an apple for $1. You go to the checkout, scan the apple, and then you swipe your card. That debit card will automatically deduct $1 from your account. So you went, bought the apple, swiped the card, and now you immediately have $49 in your account instead of $50. Now with a credit card, it works a little bit differently. You have $50 in your account and you go to the store, buy that same apple, and you swipe your card, but instead of having $49 after that, you still have $50, but instead now you have a $1 transaction on your credit card statement. Now, just because it says that you have $50 still in the bank doesn't mean that that's actually all yours. You still owe that $1 to the credit card company, whether that be credit card company with the bank that you use your checking and savings account with, or it's a separate credit card company. They are owed that $1. So really, you only have 49 of your own dollars, but you still are holding on to that $1 that's owed to the credit card company. Now, at the end of the month or whenever your statement date is, you're going to get a statement from the credit card company saying that you owe them $1 for that apple. Now, usually you have 28 to 30 days to pay off that $1 without accruing interest. So if on January 3rd, I buy the apple, and let's say that at the end of the month, January 31st, I get my statement for $1. I usually have until the end of February, so 30 days from January 31st, to pay off that $1 without accruing interest. If I do so, then essentially it's the same as if I had used the debit card. I'd pay off that $1 and now I have $49 in my account, just as I would when I swiped my debit card. So you might ask, why would I go through all that hassle of using a credit card when I could just swipe my debit card and use the exact same funds, but all of it's immediately done and I don't have to remember to pay it later? Well, that's where we start to dive into the benefits of having a credit card and paying it off every single month. Credit cards offer a lot of rewards, such as cash back, they offer points, they offer bonuses, all of these things just to spend the money that you're already spending. But you have to make sure that you pay it off every single month. If you don't pay it off, like in the example, on the 3rd of January, I get my statement date on the 31st of January. If I don't pay off that $1 by the end of February when the statement is due, then I will begin to accrue interest and start paying money to the credit card company that is more than $1 that I would have spent on the debit card. I'm sure everyone has heard the statements of people like Dave Ramsey saying that credit cards are horrible and that you should never have a credit card, burn all of your credit cards. But that's for people that can't responsibly pay it off every single month. There are benefits like the rewards and the cashback and the points to using a credit card, but if you're not going to pay it off every single month, credit card debt is one of the worst things that you can get into, and you need to be sticking to your debit card and only spending the money that you're going to spend in your account. So really, we need to look at the pros and cons of both. If we look at a debit card, you don't have to worry about paying a statement. You don't have to worry about interest, and you don't have to worry about overspending money that you don't have because you can only spend the money that's in your account. But the cons are you don't get any cash back or any sort of points or rewards. Something else that we don't really talk about a lot with debit cards is that some debit card companies don't necessarily have the same fraud protection as a credit card would. Because you're not paying a credit card off instantaneously, if there's a fraudulent charge that gets added to your credit card, it's a lot easier to challenge that and say, oh, that wasn't me, I need you guys to push back on this, instead of having that money already drawn from your account. A lot of times, unfortunately, if you're using a debit card and someone scams you for $500 and pulls out $500 $500 from your account with your debit card, it's a lot harder a lot of times for a bank to be able to track that money back down, and sometimes you're just out of luck because you didn't have that protection of the credit card. On the flip side, a credit card has a lot of pros. It has the cash back, it has that fraudulent protection that we just talked about, and it's a lot more convenient for me personally to be able to go down all my charges at the end of the month, see exactly where I spent, see where I could save for the next month, and then pay it and push it out and be interest free. But, and I'll say this again, the biggest but to this is that the con for a credit card is that you can go very much into debt and start owing interest, and that is a nasty spiral to go down. I can't emphasize enough how much, if you cannot pay it off every single month, and I mean every single month, I'm not saying most months or some of the time, I'm saying every single month. If you can't pay that credit card off every single month, do not get one. Do not get one. There is no reason for you to have one. I understand that people have some expenses that they think they need to spend a credit card on, or the cost of living is getting higher, I need to max out my cards. At all costs, do not get a credit card if you're not going to pay it off every single month. Do not write a check that you can't cash, and do not spend money on a credit card that you're not going to pay off at the end of the month. So in summary, personally, I pretty much only use credit cards now because I had that discipline and responsibility to pay it off. Now, I understand I've got friends that say, I don't trust myself to pay it off, I don't think I'll remember, and that's perfectly fine. They love to use their debit card. It keeps them accountable, and while they're missing out on some points or some cash back, if it keeps them out of debt, more power to them. I applaud that every single day. But for me, a credit card is what I use, and I use it every single day. I don't ever use my debit card pretty much anymore, but I make sure I pay off that credit card every single month without fail. Let me know in the comments if you prefer to use your debit card or your credit card, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow along for more wealth and personal finance videos.